Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another video. Thanks so much for coming back. In today's video, I'm going to take you around while I have a day in the life. I'm just sitting at my desk now because I'm just going to plan out my day, and then I'm going to get a coffee and have some breakfast and then surf. I'm gonna get onto my screens. It's actually kind of interesting, something that I was thinking about, and maybe something that you are interested into is techniques of manifestation, practicing your manifestation techniques. So I definitely love to have a morning routine with spiritual practices. Do I do this morning routine every morning? Not necessarily, but I am very consistent. But one of the routines is I actually love to, or one of the things that I do in my routine is to either do a meditation or a visualization, or to write a gratitude list, or to write some affirmations. Sometimes I also write just affirmations during the day. And it's something that I'm thinking about when it comes to manifestation, not just with maybe my dream relationship or things that I'd like to manifest into my life, like the material things. I was thinking about what I desire to manifest for business. So let me know in the comments if there's things that you also desire to manifest for your business or for your career or in any other key area of your life. So for me, if you've been following, I just stepped back into the business a few months ago, and it's so funny. Last night after I actually ended my vlog, I got off camera and I continued to, maybe I was already creating it, the Facebook ad. I must have not written the copy very well. Hello, look who's here. You want to say hi? Say hello, G-Land. G-Land, say hello. Look at that little face. She's just sitting behind me on the chair. Anyway, the copy that I wrote, it wasn't right. They were saying the copy, the call to action is covering the call to action button or some button. Anyway, I think I'm a little bit out of practice because I haven't actually created a new ad in a couple of weeks. I had many different ads running and I had to shut them down. And it just brought me to what I was thinking about this morning. So I'm actually part of, as you know, a paid online platform community. And it's run by a man that is a 7-figure income earner. He's been with the company that I've been with for, I think, 8 years. Very successful man. He lives in Cabo San Lucas. He's girlfriend, wife, he has a kid, and he has a lot of knowledge to share when it comes to business. And I love what he shared about yesterday is that platform which I have joined, it's specifically only focused on business, which is really wonderful because I definitely love being a part of that, because most of the time he's just speaking and sharing and teaching about strategy when it comes to Facebook ads. He's also sharing some things about organic marketing as well. And I'm so grateful because actually, if you've been following my channel, I had a huge burnout at the end of September last year. And all the years that I'd been involved with my business, I was only focused on learning everything that I needed to for business, for strategy, for I like to say the masculine side of things. And I'm grateful because I definitely invested in many different mentorships and workshops, and I've had a few different, been in a few different business coaching programs. I've had private business coaches, and all of that I was focused on, and then I burned out obviously. But this year I invested in a mindset and manifestation course with Kathleen Cameron. That was amazing. And my 6-month membership just ended. I think I can pay another membership just to stay in the calls. I mean, of course, I've still got the workbook, and I still have the millionaire course that I had paid for, and you also had weekly calls. But I had watched all the replays of every single call that she did. And I was like, I was thinking that I probably will. But I am also a part of, I'm getting to this because this is all self-learning, and this is coming, I'm speaking about this because I'm referring back to that it's so important to continue to keep learning and keep up-leveling your skills, and of course, always focused on your mindset. So I'm also part of a larger community. It's run by a man named Balazs W. Kardas. Very successful man. He's been with the business maybe now 15 years, but probably only active with the business. Like, he had his machine maybe 15 years ago, and then he's been active in the business more than 10 years, maybe 10 or 11 years by now. Highly successful mentor from Canada. And he started it as a Facebook group, and then it grew like globally. And now he's turned it into an app. It's called GPM Base. And through this app, also, we have like the community, the global community through our company, as well as all the replays of the calls. And just up until recently, I didn't have like access to that. I had to get like the app working properly. Tech issues, my friends, there's always going to be tech issues. So I was like focused on, okay, I need to like re-watch and watch like all the past calls, because for me, I'm always, whenever I'm like home doing the dishes, or I'm cooking, or I'm doing skincare, or if I'm just like having a break, I'm always listening to something. Or if I'm not like sitting down and watching it, usually I'm listening to something if it's a podcast. And it's so important that if you desire success, and that's in any area of your life, you want to learn of those who have the success that you desire. It's not necessarily that you copy like their strategy or their content, or copy exactly what they're doing, but you can definitely learn from them, and you can definitely start to model of them, you know, things and their strategies that have helped them to create success. And at the end of the day, what's really beautiful and what I've been focused on this year and these last few months coming back into the business is doing things in my style, on my terms. Because it's something that I spoke about before, that I feel like through business, I was just trying to be and do like everybody else. And I always felt like my style and my lifestyle and like just the way that maybe I speak and everything is different. I mean, of course, we are all different. And that's the beautiful thing about life, is that when you can actually begin to like own who you are, you accept your flaws, nobody is perfect, but you're able to not only obviously show up online, but when you begin to show up offline in your everyday life, in your everyday interactions, and you're just yourself, I mean, that's the beauty of life, is just actually being your most authentic self. And I think I've tried to talk about like I was doing that, but I've been forced to do that because of some situations this year, which have left me in deep reflection about who am I, what do I value, what do I want for my life, what is serving me, who is serving me, and to really release and let go of that and which is not serving me. And that's what I've had to do. So in saying that, I am very grateful now to be so appreciative and grateful for the mindset and manifestation work that I've done this year, because it's definitely allowed me, that course with Kathleen Cameron, to really shift my thoughts in my head and really be not only like being able to shift them, but being able to be aware of like, what is that narrative? What is that self-talk? What am I always like thinking? And to be able to notice that and observe that, and then be able to shift that and be able to change the language around how you speak to yourself. Because we all have many, many thoughts. I think there's something like, I don't know, 60 to 90,000 thoughts we have running throughout, maybe it's 60,000 thoughts running through our mind every day. And if you're able to shift those thoughts and also your feelings, and then to be able to have those thoughts and feelings in alignment to your actions of what you're doing every day, that's the path for you on your way to your freedom, to your abundance, to your love. But you've got to create that awareness first. And I'm grateful that that course has allowed me to do that. Actually, love is that I am focused on applying those principles of studying the power of my mind and mastering my mindset and practicing manifestation techniques in regards to business. And there's, you know, look, I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to already and skill when it comes to running my online business, but I'm looking to play the next edge, right? It's kind of like I'm looking to get to that next level of now showing up and like, what do I need to create? What do I need to, you know, which platforms do I want to show up on? How do I want to be presenting my message of what I'm doing for business? Because at the end of the day, if you've watched a video before I can link it somewhere up here, is that being in sales, and people have like a funny thing when it comes to sales. Being in sales is actually being in service. And there was a conversation that I had the other day about someone who said,
"Oh, I'm not good at sales, and I don't want to do sales."
At the end of the day, a business is a transaction, and you offer, like, whether it's a product or a service, right? For something you exchange in return for. It's a monetary exchange, and that's what business is, right? That's what sales is. And if you can begin to reframe sales as actually, like, what I specifically have is a product which is sustainable, which is for the best health that you can have, as well as you look at it as a business, the compensation plan. I mean, this is a business model and a product which is to add value, which is to help you create freedom, abundance in your life. And not only just the monetary exchange of that, like if you're doing this as a business, and of course the health wise, like focusing on your wellness for that to be as a product if you choose to invest in that. But this business model or this business opportunity and this health opportunity has impacted my life in such a profound way, in ways that I actually never knew it could. In the skills that I've learned, in the people that I've met, in the risks that I've had to take, which have allowed me to step up to be the woman that I am today. And don't get me wrong, there have been, as you know, there have been many burnouts, there have been a lot of tears, but if I look back over the last few years, I've learned so much. It's added so much to my life, a life of purpose, a life of meaning. And so now stepping back into the business and focusing on listening to, others who've created success, as well as just, work on things that I have just intuitively come to me and that I'm called to share with you. Because a big part of this as well, it's definitely my business journey, this professional journey, this journey in creating wealth. It's not just making money. It's not just selling a product. This for me is also a very spiritual journey. And if you have known me also, I've been a yogi for many, many years up until I became a surfer. And of course, even though I surf, I'm still very much a yogini at heart. I still very much, as I've just spoken about before, I'm very much still locked into that spiritual side of myself. I'm very much locked into source. And so embodying those experiences and that which I truly believe in, which is manifestation, which is studying the power of your mind, which is taking all my practices when it comes to spirituality and allowing that to unfold into my business life, into all the things that I'm showing up for business. I mean, that's powerful. And that's really living a life with purpose and meaning. And it's something that I speak about here online, is that Bali can be very shallow. Bali is beautiful, and there's the spiritual side, the cultural side, Hinduism here, and the different cultures and religions they have, and their spirituality and their practices. And of course, it's beautiful sunsets and beaches and all of that. But Bali also has its edge as well. Bali has its chaos as well. And there are a lot of people here in Bali that come here to heal. And it's beautiful. I also have come here to heal many times. I was coming here to practice yoga many, many years ago. But however, some people I don't think are really still on the practice of healing, and they remain lost, and they remain getting caught up in the chaos of Bali. And I'm grateful that this business has allowed me to really embody what is true to me and what I love and what I'm passionate about, as well as with this business that I'm involved with. And at the end of the day, we only have a certain amount of time, and it's how you're going to spend your time. And I'm so grateful now thinking about what I'm creating online, and whether it's here through my YouTube channel or through any of my other social media platforms for insights and things I wish to share, whether it's lifestyle, or whether it's mindset or wellness or for business. I'm so grateful that I have a path that I'm following, and that it is a spiritual path. Okay, that was quite a long thing. I'm just going to type out a few things for this, and then I'm going to get into making some breakfast. Okay, I just realized that I had forgotten to take my vlogging camera to get my coffee. I came back actually and I made some oatmeal and I put ashwagandha in it actually, and I think I put too much. And then I tasted it and it was disgusting. So I just made another bowl of oats. I am just going to put this on another tripod. So I just made another bowl of oats, of just plain oats, just with the oats, add milk. I added walnuts and hemp seeds, a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. That was it. That was my oats. I'm going to mount this camera now. See, I'm so stoked. I was talking this morning about being part of different communities. So I just got access to watch the live replays of mentorship calls. And this girl in the GPM Base app that I was telling you about, which is the global community of all Enagic distributors, independent distributors. This girl, she just interviewed a girl named Carly Greger, and she's actually in the US, and she is a mom of 2, she's married, and she shares her story about her journey so far through entrepreneurship and the success that she had. She just recently created a $18,000 week. It was absolutely amazing. And I loved listening to this call because she is at the rank right now of 4A. Now there are, in our business, there are different like ranks that you can get to, and at the different ranks you are able to earn different amounts of money, different amounts of commission. And then obviously as you grow in ranks, your team is also growing. And it's beautiful because she is actually only 1 rank ahead of me. And she actually shared her story that it definitely, when she first learned about this business, and she learned through an ad, that she was like very, very skeptical. And this is like one of the most common things that I get from people as well, is that they're like,
is this a scam? I can't do sales, and is this a pyramid scheme? And
I think I was sharing this before, the market's so saturated, and
I want to do this, my husband or my partner doesn't want me to do this.
all these kinds of objections people have. And she saw the ad from who is the person who introduced her to it, and she was very skeptical. She was like, how can this woman, she saw the ad and was like, wow, this woman is living the lifestyle that she desires. She's like, she's able to work at home, she has this beautiful home, she has this huge piece of land with lots of animals, and she also has, and she was also a vet tech. She would go and work with all the animals, like in the farm. I guess she's in the farming industry. And she said she loves animals and she loves what she does, but she was dreading like waking up and going on repeat every day. And when she saw this ad and saw that this woman was able to work from home, be with her family, be with her animals, still make an incredible amount of money and have a beautiful lifestyle, she was like, how can I do this? How can I do this for myself? But then she explained, she's like, okay, she's like really skeptical. She said it took her 3 months until she finally made the decision to invest and start the business. And she said that for the first 2 years, she was really, really excited, got really into it, but wasn't. For the first, I think, oh no, she shares that for the first year that she was like so shy. She didn't want to share with people what she was doing. She didn't want to post anything. So she really wasn't fully showing up, and she wasn't obviously like sharing the business. When she actually decided, she's like, okay, she actually invested in a mentorship course, like got like some coaching, business coaching mentorship. And then she like joined this community. She obviously learned new skills of how to market and show up and do all the things, right? She then started like committing to, you know, posting every day and sharing about the business and her lifestyle and everything on social media. And her business then started to grow. And then she's now at the rank, she's at 4A right now. She says that I think it's been about 3 or 4 years. So about the same time that I've been running the business. And she said, you know, she really had to get over the fact that she was so shy to share this business with people, because she says you're actually doing a disservice. She's like, even when you share something on social media, and if nobody clicks or nobody comments, people on your social media platforms are always still watching you. They just may not be engaging. And she's like, people are always going to be watching you. So that's why it's so important to always continue to show up. And I feel the same about this, that I felt like, until I had my burnout last year, I was over sharing everything on my Facebook and Instagram. And then I stepped away from the business and I thought, oh, okay, this year, and like I said before, I've shown up and I'm doing the business and living my life and doing things very much on my own terms. But now just listening to this call, it's like, geez, how can I be showing up more? And of course, not like just showing up just to post, like post just to post. Like I always feel like whenever I post or create some content, whether it's through any social media platform that I have, that I'm being very intentional, that I'm coming from a place of my own integrity and my own genuineness, and that I honestly am focused on adding value to you, something inspiring or motivating, or something specifically that you can learn from when it comes to mindset, or maybe some insights that I gained from surfing that I can teach you. Of course, I will never be teaching you how to surf on any of my social media platforms, but it's for me, when I share content, it's a way obviously of me expressing, and a way for me to express, to impact you, to inspire you, for you to take whatever I'm sharing, and whether it is for business, for mindset, for surfing, for wellness, you know, for anything, and then to take that and apply that to your life, how it's relative in your life in your own way, right? Like I have learned now that I'm never going to just be like, oh, well, they said this, so I'm going to do that. Like you have to take everything that you're exposed to and then make it your own, and then show up in your own way. And that's whether you're running a business or not. Like you actually are the one that gets to show up and be how you want to be, right? Like nobody says that you should be like this or you should do it like that. Like it's definitely important to learn things and apply different strategies and try and experiment different things. But at the end of the day, you've got to be able to show up in your own way. And that's for me, I guess my intention here with this video is that you are able to show up as you are, in the best version of yourself that you can be, to live your most happy, fulfilling, extraordinary, amazing life. Okay, so that was my coffee talk this morning. I actually have been watching a woman on social media. I follow her, not so much on Instagram, but on YouTube. Her name is Caroline Stansbury. This woman is amazing. She's quite a character. She's British. She is 48 years old. She's married to a man that is 18 years younger than her. She's very, very wealthy, very, very successful. She's been a serial entrepreneur, a businesswoman for many years. She's also been on like reality TV series. She was on the Housewives of Dubai, I think. She is hilarious, but what I love about her, when she sits down and does her YouTube videos, and she and her husband have a channel, and then recently she's started a podcast, and then she's also creating her YouTube videos. She is so real and so raw, and it has been so refreshing for me to listen to a woman that is just showing up how she wants to show up and being how she wants to be. She just recently got a facelift at 48. She looks amazing. She's beautiful. She talks about her facelift, she talks about her lifestyle, she talks about like not caring about what other people think. She says now she's been building for the last like 4 years and focused on certain things, and she was sharing how now people are starting to notice her. And she's like, it's so interesting. She's been living in Dubai now for like 10 years. She's sharing that she's like, I've always been here, actually showing up and building everything that she's building. And it's interesting that when people say, oh, you're just like an overnight success, she's like, actually no, I've been working at the things that she is being recognized for now. She's actually been doing that for years and years and years. So it's so interesting, right? That a lot of people only see like the highlights. And that's what I think the powerful thing is about social media and about creating content. And what I like to share is like the journey. Like I definitely look back on vlogs that I created in 2018 when I had this channel. Now today it's 2024 and we're almost getting to the end of 2024. And I look back at the progress in just how I speak and how I create videos and what my lifestyle was, and most importantly, who the woman or who the girl was back then to who I am now. And yeah, it's very refreshing listening to a woman that she's only actually 4 years older than me, but I feel very, very inspired, and I just love how she sits down and you know, I mean, she can get all super dressed up in all her designer clothes and all the makeup on, and she looks absolutely amazing. But I also love, and she looks amazing and so real and so raw when she wakes up in the morning, she creates her talking head video, and she's sitting in bed and she's drinking her coffee and she's sharing what she's sharing. I can link her channel down below, because I think it's so important that through social media and just through life in general, I mean, people can really put on any front and any face that they want to, but isn't it wonderful to know that when you become connected to someone, and whether that's through friendship, whether that's through relationship, or whether that's for a business partnership, that you're involved with people who are authentic. You're involved with people who they're deeper than just the surface layer. And I feel like that here in Bali, there's a lot of like, oh, like everybody's like influencer and everyone's like even YouTuber and, you know, all this. But you kind of I know some people as well. You can kind of see through this when you actually speak to people in real life. I mean, of course, I think it's important to put your best foot forward when you're on camera, but I think it's also so much more relatable when people can also see you, not just when you're all dressed up and you have makeup on and you have beautiful lights on, when people see you when you're just in the real and raw. Okay, actually, that could be enough of a video today. I am gonna end this, and actually I'm going to create more of a structured talking head video this afternoon. I know this was actually going to be like follow me along today, but I feel like I've shared a lot about business and about mindset and about social media this morning. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you found some value from this, I'd love a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, would love for you to subscribe. I am still building out this channel, and of course, if there's anything that you would like me to share through content, just leave me some comment in the comments section below, or you can of course contact me through any social media platforms. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye for now.